Hey y'all, happy Monday. I hope everyone is doing well. Today we are going to be doing a collective reading, and the question that we are going to be asking the cards today is to give us some messages that we can use going into this new year, okay? So first we have follow your heart. I am always rewarded when I follow my heart. I trust that the GPS in my heart knows all the best routes, and when it seems like it's taking too long to get to where I want, I know that's because there's some cool, weird stuff to see along the way. So I love this card to start. Follow your heart. That has really been the vibe. That has really been the vibe. Just tuning into the desires of our heart. It really is time for us collectively to have what we have always desired. And so I have these past life cards, and the past life card that we just got is spirituality and religion. So this can apply to you in any way that makes sense, right? So maybe in a past life you were someone that was very much into religion and spirituality, or not very much into religion or spirituality. Only you will know. But somehow this ties in with following your heart. So maybe you are someone that's on a journey to connect more with your spirituality. Maybe you're someone who's exploring different religions. Maybe that's something you did in a past life. But let me get clarification on this card. So we got Queen. The light attributes of a queen radiates the regal feminine, uses her benevolent authority to protect others. Okay, so maybe somebody through their spirituality or religion are tapping into this queen energy, right? Maybe this is, a part of your journey this lifetime and moving into 2025. And so we have time of the Black Jaguar, destruction. So this card pretty much signifies that there might be a lot of things in your life, or it's asking you what are some things in your life that need to fall away in order for you to move forward. And I actually do want to read a bit from the guidebook from this card. I haven't pulled this card on a reading in a minute. So it's on page 102, so maybe that is significant for somebody. Sorry I keep looking all over the place. I don't be knowing where the camera, there's a light. I'm just gonna look for the light. And maybe that's a message for somebody too, to follow the light, right? Follow your heart, look for the light, follow the light. I have some grapes here because I've been really needing replenishment. Water, grapes, fruit. Maybe somebody is feeling like they need a detox going into the new year, just to kind of clear away some of this energy, right? So destruction, time of the Black Jaguar. What positive changes might arise out of the destruction and difficulty I am currently going through? So a lot of us are feeling very high highs, very low lows. It's something that keeps coming up. And this card is basically asking us, in what ways can we zoom in on the positive changes that are actually coming out of these potential moments of destruction. The Black Jaguar acknowledges that while you may be going through a very difficult season in your life, so much so that you may even feel victimized, know that these trials and tribulations are occurring in order to bring much needed positive change and healing into your life. You have been out of alignment with the natural rhythms of your higher self and Mother Earth herself for too long. So now is the time to destroy harmful beliefs, thoughts, and behaviors that hinder you from reaching your greatest potential. And what's so cool about getting this card at this time is the fact that Pluto has just moved into Aquarius. And so it's really, we are now sitting in the energy that is helping us to actually start to do away with the things that have not been serving us. And a lot of us are kind of, we have been doing away with the things that are not serving us, and we're kind of in the midst of going through that, and it's not pretty. And this card really wants you to ask and to focus on the positive changes that are arising as you move through this destructive time, because Pluto in Aquarius actually does signify us doing away with a lot of things, and things destructively, and this potentially being a destructive time in lots of different ways. But there are positive changes that can come from what it is that we're going through. So the next card is Virgin. So the light attribute of a virgin, maintaining symbolic purity of the heart and spirit. Shadow attribute, fear of intimate union. So I feel like so many of us are doing away with the things that do not serve us in order for us to connect back to this pure childlike state. I feel like there's a lot of heart chakra healing needed for a lot of us. A lot of us are moving through a lot of very painful things, but what we are really doing on a subconscious level is just trying to get back to this pure place in our heart before we've gone through things that have maybe betrayed us. Maybe we have betrayed ourselves, maybe others have betrayed us, but our hearts collectively, I feel like there's a huge collective heart chakra clearing happening. And in order for us to be able to follow our heart, we also need to be able to tap in to our hearts and to clear our hearts and to get back, or maybe not even get back, maybe for the first time get to a place of really being able to open yourself up to receiving your highest good, to receiving everything that you've ever dreamed of, to receiving deep intimate unions with people, community, these beautiful things that have been here this whole time, but it's been kind of hard for us to access because so much has been going on, and we have been sacrificing so much of our authenticity to fit in and to just kind of like contort ourselves in ways that have never served us. And so this spread right now, the messages that are coming up is just asking us to really tap into our heart so that we can get to this queen energy. And this also applies to if you relate more to your masculine energy. I really feel like there is also something happening with a lot of the masculine energies, and a lot of masculines right now are also being asked to tap into that feminine energy. And I feel like there are a lot of feminines that are being asked to tap in to that feminine energy, but also into that masculine energy. I feel like we are exploring and being given the opportunity to explore these different aspects of ourselves in order for us to access places and spaces within us that were not accessible to us before. Okay, I'm gonna move on to the Work Your Light Oracle and see what wants to come out. So we have Align Your Life. What is not aligned or needs to what is not aligned or needs to change. Okay, so you see this woman, she's kind of like split all over the place, and I'm feeling, I know for me, I've been feeling that, and maybe there are other people that have been feeling just kind of like fragmented, just kind of all over the place, and we're trying to find a way to like bring those pieces back together to realign ourselves, or for the first time align ourselves in a way that really allows us to access our higher selves, to access who we have come here to be and what we have come here to do. And it's asking us to really ask ourselves what is not aligned or needs to change in order for us to actually be able to look at the things, right? So this might be a great journal prompt. What is not aligned in my life right now, just so that you can actually write it out and see it, and to get clear on what is not aligned, and to actually write out with your hands the ways, the steps that you can take to start to actually put in the work to change these things for real this time. Because we have the energy right now to support us as we move through these changes. And then we have soul family. So another message is for us to call in. It says call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. Aquarius is all about humanitarian efforts and people coming together, people rising up. We all have people that are a part of our soul family, the people that just kind of get you, the people that understand without you having to explain your life away, the people that have potentially been traveling with you through several lifetimes. Those people are your soul family. If you close your eyes and think of the first few people that come to your mind, that make your heart feel good, that make you feel at peace, that make you feel like you're in alignment, those people are your soul family. And as you continue to find yourself, connect with your heart, open up your heart chakra, you will then be able to start to magnetically pull in and attract the people that are your soul family. But in order to attract your soul family, this card is asking you to tap into your true authenticity so that your people can find you. Because a lot of times we move through life adjusting ourselves to be liked by other people, to be accepted by other people, and what happens is we're not moving in alignment with who we actually are. And so we start to attract people that are attracted to our mask, not who we actually are. And so we end up in these relationships that don't feel aligned, that inevitably end up impacting our lives in negative ways, because we have not actually been living authentically enough to attract in our people. Because your people are out there and they are looking for you. We are always looking for whatever we are seeking is seeking us. And so another message for 2025 is to align your life so that you can call in your soul family. Because as we go through this destruction, and I don't know what's coming, but we're gonna need each other. Healing does not happen alone, or you can heal by yourself, but it is always a beautiful thing to be able to have others around you, especially during this time of so many unknowns, so many changes. And so we have answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? So for 2025, as we are, a lot of us have New Year's resolutions, or we take time to journal in December and just kind of reflect on our year. As you're reflecting on the year and deciding what it is that you want for 2025, another good journal prompt is, what is your soul calling you to do? Not what other people are asking you to do, not what other people are expecting of you. What is your soul actually calling you to do? Because the ground and the foundation is there for you to build up exactly what you want, the life that you want, and to let go of the expectations that other people have had for your life. Because it's time for us to follow our journey, our hearts, our path, our intuition. And we have Medusa, sacred rage. Every time a woman stands up for herself, she stands up for all women. Maya Angelou. So that's Medusa. Our rage is sacred. As we're moving through this destructive time, it's not always going to be pretty. And honestly, as we are aligning our life and figuring out what needs to change, what doesn't need to change. Allow yourself to sit in what it is that you are feeling, and know that the rage that comes up, that will inevitably come up as you are clearing out the weeds and preparing your garden for something new, know that the rage that will inevitably come up is sacred, and honor that. And don't try to force it away. So many of us have been taught that our anger is not acceptable, it's not welcome. And the truth is, it actually informs us of what needs to change. Our anger is actually communicating something important to us. And when we shoo it away, we are inevitably ignoring the messages that are trying to come through us. I'm going to read. So how can I channel my sacred rage to create something beautiful and empowering, right? So we're sitting with our rage in order for us to transmute it into something more beneficial, into something beautiful, into something empowering. Medusa supportively and lovingly stands with you in solidarity in the face of any injustice, and affirms that your sacred rage is seen, heard, and valid. While many spiritual people today believe that feeling anger in any capacity is harmful or bad, this belief in itself is actually extremely harmful. Anger is a completely natural and incredibly powerful emotion that can and should be healthily channeled to create things of great beauty, right? So we're not just sitting with the anger, throwing things around and just like not doing anything with the anger. We're acknowledging the anger so that we can then transform it into something new. And then we have the Rescuer card. Provide strength and support to others in crisis. Acts out of love with no expectation of reward. I feel like we're rescuing ourselves right now. We're rescuing ourselves in order to support others. Well, in order to support ourselves. And then in a result of us going back and rescuing our inner child, a result of that is that we can then do that for others. But right now, for so many of us, we have been extending ourselves in ways that have not been serving us. It's time for us to really take the time to rescue ourselves, to sit with our rage, to ask ourselves what things are not working, to actually take time to write things down, to move through these things, to figure out what it is that we actually want. Are we seeking community? Are we seeking deeper, intimate connections with others? Yes. We're being asked to answer the call of our soul. And as we do that, we will find the people that are meant to walk with us in this life as we move through the unknown. Into the unknown. That's from Frozen. Elsa's singing, belting her heart out at 2 a.m., mind you, to everyone in the town. And honestly, that's the vibe. Like, that is the vibe. We are going into the unknown. We don't know where we're going, but as we move there, we can be gentle on ourselves. We can call in others to support us, and we can give ourselves permission to really tap into who we are and trust ourselves. And for our last card, we have generosity. I give generously to those around me, no matter how much or how little I have. I know there is more than enough to go around, and that the key is to allow it to keep going around without stopping. If I stop the flow, I'm like the one person at the stadium who doesn't do the wave. We're flowing. We're flowing and we're going. You see that little mouse and the hippo? They're being generous, right? And we can be generous to others. We can be generous to ourselves as we move into the unknown. And allow yourself to stay in flow. I'm gonna mess this. I'm real bad at re-quoting quotes, but there's a quote that is something along the lines of like, I swear I disassociate every time I have to repeat, or every time I have to repeat a quote. It's really bad. But we are not here. We are here. We can create who we are, but we're also finding out who we are, right? Because who we are is just who we are, right? And it's not that we can't shift and make changes to who we are, but like at our core, who we are is who we are. And so allow yourself to discover who you are and to remain in the flow of finding who you are, and allow yourself to be surprised at what comes up and what interests might spark your imagination, right? Like allow yourself to be surprised by what is wanting to come your way. Okay, there's one more card peeking out. Martyr. Learning the transcendent nature of service to oneself or a cause. As we learn who we are and what we're here to do, we will start to align with the why. We will start to align with the why. I think for a while we've been asking ourselves, why? Like, what's the point? Why am I here? What am I here to do? But as we allow ourselves to remain in flow and to be open to who we are, we will be surprised at what we find out about ourselves and about our purpose. So stay grounded and stay connected to yourself and anyone in your circle that brings you deep contentment. Reach out to your spirit team. Know that you do not have to do it alone. And I am wishing you guys an amazing week. And I hope that you guys have an amazing Monday. And I will talk to you guys on Monday.